So I came across this. A woman in Mobile, Alabama. Just start there. Popped up at her boyfriend's crib because she was tired of being the side piece. First of all, if you're the side piece, you got to accept your place, love. Second of all, how in the world does a side piece think it's okay to show up at her boyfriend's crib with his wife and kids there? His wife and kids is there, ma'am. You know what the deal is? He's clearly putting it down something crazy. Clearly, this man is double honey packed up on her with grip socks. Because what in the world would make you think that it is okay and that something good is going to come out of going over to this man's house with his wife and his kids there? Now, I put the full video in the description so you can go and see the drama. It is crazy. But I'm going to tell side pieces something right now. If you agree to be a side piece, you'll never be the main. Stay on the side, take whatever you're getting, and be happy with it. Because that's what the agreement was. Stop trying to ruin men's families and ruin their marriages and their relationships because of a decision that you made. So someone sent me this video this morning. You're not going to believe this, ladies and gentlemen. So she's upset at her Lyft driver because a guy ordered a Lyft for her. She was in the car and she started to have a conversation with the Lyft driver and tell him how she wasn't really attracted to him because he was a short king. He wasn't buff, but he was kind and sweet and nice. And that's why she was going to meet him. Now, bear in mind, he ordered the Lyft, right? So the transaction was through him and the Lyft driver. So she started talking about how she likes her men more buff and built. And the only reason she's really going to see him is because he's been pressing to see her and he's really sweet, but she's not into him at all. But she doesn't tell him for whatever reason, because maybe she's trying to get something from him or trying to get him to do something for her. So as she is on her way to his house, right, and telling the Lyft driver all her business and tea about this guy, she noticed that the guy's text start to get more dry. The guy was saying, "Oh, I can't wait to see you. I've been missing you. I'm excited." And it goes from that to, "Yeah, okay." Because she's like, "I'm almost there. I'm 5 minutes away." And it's like, "Yeah, okay." Now, where she is, it's freezing cold, okay? She gets to the guy's house, and the guy will not open up the door. And you know why? The Lyft driver messaged the guy and told him, "Yeah, she ain't it, bro. She don't really like you." He told her everything that she had told him on the way there to save the guy. So the guy knew. And the guy told her, like, "Yeah, I know everything that you said. You ain't really about me. So you can go ahead and get your own Lyft back home." And she was out there in the cold. This story warms my heart. It really does. It makes me so happy. Men are starting to wise up. I'm going to tell y'all this again. Only date women who are enthusiastic and excited about dating you. Hey, ladies, Joy Taylor, let's set y'all back 50 years. So here's the thing. 2016-17, Joy Taylor is engaged to a baseball player, right? But she really wants to have her own sports show, but she can't get it. So what does she do? She goes to Mr. Dixon here, allegedly, and says, "I'll give you some of this poom poom and some of this gawk gawk if you give me my own show." So what did he do? He said, "You're 10 out of 10. That sounds cool." So then he goes and talks to Skip Bayless and says, "Skip, I really want her on the show with you and Unc." And Skip Bayless says, "Nah, you can't be putting her on the show with me and Shannon Sharpe. I don't want her on it. I'm adamant that I don't want her on it." He said, "Go ahead, Skip. Go ahead. Put her on for me." Because she was giving him that gawk gawk, allegedly, and that poom poom. So because he's the big boss man, the executive, Skip finally relents, puts him on the show. Then Shannon Sharpe decides to leave, so she's got to find a place to go. So guess what? He gets more gawk gawk while paying for things for her wedding, allegedly. So then she gets the show with Emmanuel Acho, and guess what? Emmanuel is now smashing. But it gets worse. Skip Bayless, the woman that does her hair, Skip Bayless wanted to have intercourse with her. Now, that woman came to her as a friend and said, "Hey, Skip is trying to smash. He offered me $1.5 million to smash." And she said, "Girl, you better get that paper and don't say nothing. That's how we do things around here." And now that woman that does her hair is telling everything and spilling all of the tea, and they all in trouble. I'm going to tell you one thing right now. There are some good female commentators, but I'm not going to be able to look at any show now with a female commentator and not think, "Did she? Would she?" Set y'all back 50.